Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid again. I'm your host, Dr. JOTA, and this video I'm going to dedicate it to a little bit to the Premier League, and the reason for that is because we are witnessing something that I'm not gonna say never happened before, but it was a long time ago, and the fact Arsenal is topping the standings when, in my opinion, we are witnessing one of the strongest and best and better and more difficult Manchester City ever. Right now, the fact, like I said, Arsenal is topping the standing is just great, right? It's just great. So, as you know, the win over Liverpool was great, 3-2, right? And just because it's Liverpool and just because they are a little bit ahead of Manchester City, it makes it even more worthwhile, right? Because nobody thought at the beginning of the season the guys of Arteta were going to be top in the standings at this moment of the season, right? I mean, to me, and I don't want to be disrespectful at all, right? So don't get me wrong, but Arsenal is a great team. But I think that nobody thought they were going to be able to be in this position right now, right? So that's why, I mean, shout out to them and kudos to them, because they really deserve all the good things that are happening right now. And the fact in the Premier League they are a little bit ahead of Manchester City, not crazy ahead, but just 1 point. But they have won 8 games, right? They only lost 1 game. And to me now, like this article said, this article from BBC News, Phil McNulty, the fact they have beaten down to Liverpool, it makes them one of the most serious and stronger candidates to win the Premier League this year, right? So, man, now is the time. The guy in the article says, although they were okay with all the things that were happening to Arsenal and they were able to be in the top of the standings in the beginning of the season and all the stuff, they preferred to wait a little bit to see what was going to happen in the games against Tottenham and Liverpool. And that makes a lot of sense. That makes a ton of sense after the win against Liverpool, because now we can judge the project of Arteta in the best way possible, as they have beaten down, as they have defeated two of the most powerful, stronger teams in the Premier League, right? Tottenham, Liverpool, and Manchester City is right close to them, but they're still fighting for it, right? So yeah, that's great, man. Arsenal topping the standings when Manchester United is struggling, is trying to find their way through and all this stuff. These guys are already there, right? And when probably Guardiola and Manchester City thought, okay, this year we're not gonna have any kind of serious rival to compete against us for the Premier League, then Arsenal popped up, right? And that's great, because now it's gotta be more interesting, right? It's gotta be harder, and it's gotta be a very great for the audience, right? Because what you want to see is more competition, not the kind of just one team competition, one team trophy or something like that. Because since the very beginning you are witnessing, okay, this team is going to win for sure. Manchester City is the only one who is able to stay on track and winning and all the stuff. It's like, yeah, man, it's great, but it's not awesome when you see like 2 teams or 3 teams involved in the fight for the Premier League team for the trophy. It's kind of more interesting, right? So yeah, Arsenal being in the top of the standings, man, that's great. And that's why I wanted to say some words about that, because it's really obvious for us, if Arsenal is able to qualify for the next champions, to me it's gotta be a very interesting thing to see them in the top of Europe, right? Fighting or playing against Real Madrid and FC Barcelona and the best teams in the world, right? So that's great, man. Again, congratulations to Arsenal, congratulations to Arteta, because he's a Spanish coach, and of course, and that's why I'm so happy for it. And yeah, that's great, man. That's great. I hope they keep winning and being stronger, because it's going to make the Premier League even more interesting. And the second thing I want to talk about is another connection to Real Madrid in the victory of Manchester United for 1-2 against Everton, because the connection between Casemiro and Cristiano Ronaldo was, the ultimate connection to win the game. And of course, this is the 700 goal for Cristiano Ronaldo in terms of clubs, right? In 400 whatever the games he's played, I don't know. But the thing is, Cristiano Ronaldo and Casemiro came back to their days in Real Madrid, and they made that great connection to deliver the victory, deliver the win for Manchester United, which is great. Of course, I'm so happy for them as well, because we all want to see Manchester United becoming better and stronger and being in the top, right, to fight for every single thing. And right now, honestly, what I see in the Premier League standings is Tottenham, Chelsea are, they're still in the fight for everything, as we have played like just 9 games, right? But as you know, Tottenham is, and especially Chelsea, are dropping down, and in my opinion they are getting weaker, and I don't know if they are going to be able to be ready to fight for, all the way to the end for the Premier League. But let's see. And Manchester United, Manchester United, the problem with them is when they seem, or when they are trying to, to get through, it's like something happened and they get back, right? They step back and they go back to the bad things, the bad moments, the hard moments and all the stuff. And now they got another win, and now they are, coming along again and coming back in the standings. So I don't know. It's got to be a very major question mark for me. But they have a squad good enough to fight for every single thing. But of course, it's got to be difficult. Nobody really thinks that these guys are not able to win anything. If you go by number, if you go by names like Cristiano Ronaldo, Casemiro, Maguire, and Rashford, and Anthony Martial, and all this stuff, it's like, man, this guy Jadon Sancho, these guys are just great, right? These guys are, they deserve everything, every single thing, or whatever happened to them, right? So, and they deserve to win every single game because they have an amazing squad, right? But that, the beautiful thing in soccer is and in football is just that, right? The beautiful thing is you can have the best team in the world and it still doesn't work. So that's the thing. And that happened, don't get me wrong, that has happened to Real Madrid multiple times. We have had the best squad ever, right? And we didn't win anything. That happened. Back in 2009, when we signed up to Cristiano Ronaldo and Kaká and Benzema and all these players, right? We didn't win anything. So you gotta wait a little bit more and find the right coach to put all the pieces together, right? And be better and try to improve a lot of things and try to become more competitive in terms of tactics, squad, and all those things, right? So I don't know how Manchester is going to get through that, but my opinion is they are on their way out, and to find themselves and place themselves in the top 5 in the Premier League. But you never know, because soccer is a very big mystery, okay? So I'm gonna give you the last news regarding to Militao, because the other day Ancelotti said the guy has muscle spasms, right? And I don't know who will play in the defense against Shakhtar. So it's not completely ruled out, right? But it's not like granted. You don't have to take it by granted that the player will play against Shakhtar Donetsk. And let me tell you, the other day he did a great performance. But if the guy is not feeling okay with all these games back to back, right, it's not going to be possible for him to be there. But whoever it is, said Ancelotti, sorry. But whoever it is will do it well. No matter what, because in terms of defenders, man, we're good. We're good to go. We have the Rudiger, we have to the other guy, Alaba, we have to Mendy, we have to Nacho, Vallejo, have a bunch of players, right? So there's no reason for us to be concerned on something like that. But the fact Militao is not okay or has any kind of issue, or any kind of problem, injury or whatever, is always a concern, as we have a lot of games, and especially this season with the World Cup, we have a lot of games right ahead of us. So let's see what happens, okay? So that is pretty much all the news that I had for y'all guys. Tomorrow We are playing against Shakhtar Donetsk. It's a very important game because if we win tomorrow, we will be pretty much qualified for the next round, the 16th round, which is great to me, as we are going to get more money, and we might have, in that case, we might have all the qualification stuff done. Okay, we would get all things done, right? We don't have to worry about that anymore, and yeah, that would be awesome because we would have like 12 points, I think, and the second one would be like 5-6 points away, so it's pretty much for us, and we would be actually top in the stand in the group stage. So that's great, and I'm looking forward to see the next game and see what happens. Okay, so now guys, just let me know your comments. Drop your comments in the section below, of course, as usual. Let me know your thoughts about it. Drop in your comments below, and of course subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Bye.